Hello, this is Rob Plenick from C3Method. I want to show in today's video some variety of ab exercises that I'm currently using with an MMA client. He came to me from a back injury. We had to recover from that, and he knew that the back injury was related to having weak core muscles. He hates training his abs, so he put it off for a long time, but he now knows that it definitely led to the injury, and it's an issue now with his ground game when he's competing against the other athletes and they're on the ground. They're wrestling and getting into positions in which his core weakness is exposing him. So he wants to work on that for the injury prevention, but then also increase performance. But we wanted to use ab exercises that were unique or different, had some level of complexity and activity to them, so that way it would be more interesting for him to actually do in his training. The first one I'll show here, we're doing a variation of a seated row, which gives him some action and some things to do, but it challenges your core muscles. We're sitting in this position to where I'm going to try to push my stomach forward in order to get to a neutral spine, but I also want to keep my belly button in. So I'm trying to brace my core, and we're going to be doing a one-arm row. So my core is bracing to hold me in this neutral position, but it's also bracing to, and I'll show you in a second, we're going to do some rotational movement, and then we're going to resist against rotational movement. So there's a ton of core work happening in this position. The first component of this movement is we're going to allow the weight to actually rotate us. The other arm, you just want to kind of let it be free and do what it needs to do. So I want to let the weight rotate me, and then I'm going to be pulling the handle back and rotating as far as I can. So I'm going to let it stretch and rotate, pull back, stretch and rotate, and pull back. So he's going to be doing this for 5 to 10 reps. He'll just adjust his weight each week, so that way he can add weight or reps. So we do 5 to 10 reps with the rotation, and then he's going to lock himself in a neutral position and add 5 to 10 reps where he doesn't allow any rotational movement. We'll then switch to the other side, same thing, 5 to 10 reps where we get the rotation, and then he would hold his position and do 5 to 10 reps without any rotation. So this is the first exercise that we'll show in today's video. The second exercise that we'll show is going to use dumbbells. We're going to be doing some dumbbell presses in what's called a boat hold. So that was a goofy way of saying that. B-O-A-T, like a ship, like a boat. It's a boat hold. And then from there, that's going to fatigue really quick. We're going to switch to a single leg glute bridge for a couple presses on each leg. So I'll show you how this works. The first thing we're going to do is get the dumbbells up. We're going to lay back into position. And then from here, I want to press the dumbbells up to where I get my upper back off the ground. And I'm going to lift my legs off the ground as well. So let me get into this. Shoot up. There we go. So now I'm going to be balancing in this. This is uncomfortable. So here I'm going to be pressing, and I'm going to do this for 5 to 10 reps. And then when I fatigue from this position, I'm going to let myself settle down, but immediately pick my hips up into a single leg glute bridge for 5 to 10 reps. And then we'll switch legs for 5 to 10 reps. Now, this is not what I normally do. So I got my butt handed to me there trying to get into that bow hold position, but it's a really good challenge. You can even do alternating presses and then do a single arm press on that the single leg glute bridge. So for example, I could get into the boat hold and then just do a single arm press for 5 to 10 reps, and then come down, get into the single leg bridge, 5 to 10. Then I can switch, come back up into the boat hold for 5 to 10 reps, and then go to the single leg glute bridge for 5 to 10 reps. Woo! Okay, so that is exercise number 2. You can play with both of these exercises to help add some complexity and fun to your ab training. You're going to train all the ab muscles. There's a ton of benefit to the contractile movements, but then also the anti-movement muscles where we're trying to resist being twisted or extended or flexed. That's going to add a whole nother level of core training to your core training.